Welcome back everybody to the version 0.61 update. A bunch of stuff for you this week. First one is the ability to edit key bindings. I think some of you in Europe have been waiting for this. So if you go to the menu, hit escape. Under settings, now you can click on edit key bindings. And these are currently the keys that you can bind to some other key. It's up to you. So for instance, show height gun is H. If you click on this, you just press another key. So let's say I pick M since that's not used. I click on that and I hit done. Now to show height gun, you just hit M like that. Very straightforward. So if you ever make a mess or make a mistake, and if you want to restore everything to default, just click on this. So you restore everything back to default and you're good to go. So that's the first one. Second one is I've changed the mechanism a little bit. Chuck and Dane from the East Coast of the United States have suggested that, normally when you drop a prop on the ground, you got to click it in order to drop it. And so for instance, if I click here and I drop it, then if I want to move it, I click on it and then I move it over to the other place and I click again to drop it. But a more intuitive way to do this is to click on your object, hold the mouse button down and just drag it, and then you can drag it to the position that you want and then let go of your mouse to drop it. And so I'm trying this method. I think it's much quicker. You don't have to click twice to drop an object. You just click, hold your mouse, drag, and then drop. It's the same thing if you want to do activators. So for instance, if I drop a steel and a swinger here and you want to connect the two, you switch over to activation mode, you click and drag and drop like that. Okay, so give me some feedback whether you like it or not. I think it's much cleaner, much quicker, so give it a try. The next thing is the target numbering. In the last patch, I gave you an option to be able to change the text to whatever you want right here. And basically, I've lost the auto numbering feature. But some of you have actually gave me some feedback that you like that feature. I don't care what numbers you use, just calculate for me. Right, just make sure they're unique. So especially for those stages that have a lot of targets, they don't want to go into every single one and individually customize them. Well, now you got it back, and if you look at the help on the right side of the screen, it says calculate target numbers and it's bound to the N key. So now if you hit the N key, it will just ask you to confirm, and if you say yes, it will automatically calculate for you. So let me give you an example. If I make a few targets like this, all of them are T1 today, right? And then if you hit N and you hit yes, it will automatically calculate for you, just as it would before I made that fix last patch. So that's back for you. So a few more things in the WSB, especially for IDPA. The written stage briefing is slightly different from between USPSA and IDPA. USPSA, we use the stage briefing a lot, especially in the major matches. So that's why I allocated a very big area here. But IDPA, the procedure is much more verbose, if you like. So if we switch over to IDPA, so now I've basically made this area now procedure and this area the scenario. And so I've also extended and made more space here for you to type in this information. The other thing you notice, all the paper counts and steel counts and no shoot counts are not automatic anymore because some of you might want to customize all this for whatever reason. I'm sure you have your own reasons, but there was a request made that you want to be able to customize this. And also, so for instance, if you want 5 paper or 2 steel, you can do this yourself, or you can let the system determine for you by clicking on this, which is basically the same old system we had before. So these are some of the improvements to the written stage briefing. And finally, the last things are basically new props. So we have a bunch of IDPA hardcovers now, pre-made ones. So if you go over to here and select IDPA, you see now we have a bunch of targets like IDPA target hardcover bottom, the head, both tall and short. So for instance, if you want to drop a tuxedo, you can just take that and you drop it down on the ground. If you want a short version, you can drop this on the ground like that. And so these are all pre-made, so you don't have to put your hardcover on yourself. And then the last one is a push button activator prop. So for instance, if I go over to props, I can drop the cable And I can also put a push button on the table here like that. And if I drop a swinger, let's say I drop the swinger over here. Oh, sorry, wrong. Let's move it over there. And then I connect this activator to this swinger. Now if I go with the simulation mode and I walk near the push button, it will activate the prop. So yeah, something simple like that. So that's it. This is version 0.61. Hope you like it. Again, give me feedback. The link to the Discord channel is in the YouTube description below. And also, if you want, you can go to escape, hit settings, and go provide feedback over here as well. And if you have any suggestions on how to improve the tool, or you want new props, just let me know. Apart from that, have a great weekend, guys, and see you on the range.